Okay, guys, me the professor here, the retro meta of PPMD. Remember, PPMD also went by the gamertag Dr. PP. He also went by the gamertag Dr. PP. He was one of the original 5 melee gods. I don't know how. He's probably the weakest. We could probably call him with confidence the weakest of the 5 melee gods. Okay, so PC Chris Ken. So the Ken meta is over by 2007. I mean, he's barely winning majors here. He dominates early on. Check out my Ken video I just uploaded. So we're going to scroll up. So Dr. PP, PPMD 2010, gets 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins, 6 wins. I mean, 7. I don't know how this guy's considered the melee god. He's probably the weakest of all the melee gods. No disrespect for Pete. He's got 7 major wins. No dominant period. No, it's spread out. It's spread out over 3 years. So, I would consider like him in the modern meta, not to make an unfair comparison, but I would consider the weakest melee god, PPMD. Probably, I don't even want to say Cody, because I think Cody would be way better than him back in the day. I would say he's equal to like an H-box in modern times. Like, it's not really that great. Nice shield right there by PPMD. This Marth is pretty good. This is West Balls. We all know West Balls are very good Marth player. If there's any more meta series, if there's any more retro meta series videos you want to do, I already have Armada. We already did Ken, of course, and now we have PPMD. PPMD primarily a Falco player. He also had a little bit of a Marth too, but I think he kind of changed the meta where Falco, let's freeze it. I mean, we could just check. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday, by the way. Make sure you subscribe. He kind of changed the meta a little bit too, because Falco was not really well known. Let's see, when does Falco start winning majors? So no Falco wins. It's all Marth, Sheik, Ken, of course, a little bit of Captain Falcon, Isaiah, some more Foxes sprinkled in there, as in PC Chris with a little bit of a Falco. PC Chris, Mewtwo King. Mewtwo King with a little bit of Falco. I haven't seen Mewtwo King's Falco in a long time. Mango had a Puff. No one remembers that. Mango, I think Mango was primarily a Puff main before H-Box was. And then, Mango brings it to Falco. Then we have Dr. PP. So then Dr. PP, PPMD, we get a couple Falcos with major wins. It's been a while since Falcos won a major, other than Mango. Right, so now, Falco's heavily into the meta. Oh, Mango had a captain, too. So a lot of these pro players played a lot of other characters. So PPMD's still going. PPMD's still going all the way up to 2015. But yeah, he dies out in 2015. So, the Falco meta, again, no disrespect to PPMD. I would not consider PPMD a melee god in modern terms. Obviously, he's a great Falco player. But, the dominance of PPMD was nothing like the dominance of Armada or Ken or even H-Box. I think a lot of you guys underestimate how long H-Box dominated for. Again, I'm saying in all the videos, you got to look at future potential. Yes, some of these guys are retired. I understand that's a good counter argument. But H-Box could still do it in the modern time. H-Box is still the 3rd best player in the world after all these years. Whereas Mango, you can't really say that because he gets in trouble too much. Also, 2025 was not great for Mango. He's got 5/5. He's got no top 3s before the suspension. I'm not sure how. I mean, maybe you could argue he changed the meta by really showing Falco, by really opening the gates for Mango with Falco. Wait, who are the other melee gods? Mango, H-Box, Armada, Ken, and PPMD. No, Mewtwo King, rather. Mewtwo King over Ken. Ken was kind of before the melee gods. Yeah, I wouldn't have... I mean, if I had to, maybe I'll just make a top 3 greatest of all time. Of course, I'd have Zane first. I'd probably have H-Box second. Now, you could say melee professor. How could you possibly say H-Box is better than Armada? H-Box has more major wins. And again... you got to grade on a curve. You got to grade on future potential. H-Box could still win. H-Box could still win Tokyo. Again, I personally don't think H-Box could do it over Cody or Zane in the game in the best, coming from winners or losers in the best of 3 against Goat or Cody. I think he got a little bit lucky in that Grands against Triff. That's a great matchup for him. He won in timeout. Can't complain about the timeout because I'm a timeout guy myself. But here's PPMD. Actually, he's getting cooked right now. 2 stocks apiece, though. 1-1 set. West Balls is no scrub, though. West Balls, I would consider back in the day to be like, if you haven't heard of him, like a baby Leffen. Almost like a baby Godslayer who just come out of nowhere and get some wins. So yeah, maybe I'll just make a top 5 greatest of all time video. But again, I, of course, have Zane first. I'd probably have H-Box second. I think the gods are all overrated other than Armada. Maybe you could argue Mango, because Mango's still going, but Mango just can't stay out of trouble in the modern meta, which makes his future potential down. I think was it 2024, Mango was all about the third, though. He was second or third best player in the world. Left side of the stage. Now, guys, this was a different era. It was a different era. No disrespect to any of these old school retro players, but I don't think a lot of these guys could do it in the modern meta. Now, you could say that's because they're semi-retired, Melee Professor. It's a ridiculous argument you're making saying, Mewtwo King, yes, of course he lost S Factor because he's been retired for a while, but it's a different game these days. It's a much more skilled game. The tech is out of this world in the modern times. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday. So PPMD is going to pull off this win at Dreamland, probably at his own counter pick. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment below if there's any more retro videos you want to see. Make sure you check out our Amazon affiliates. See you guys and girls.